welcome back to my channel, Beautifully Broken. Today we have the distinct privilege of getting together with Shirley, the wonderful mind behind the Conceive Conference that I got to talk to you guys about in one of my recent videos. So I hope that you enjoy everything that she has to share. So Shirley, you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what inspired you to do Conceive?
Well, thank you first for having me here. It's my first interview.
Oh, nice.
With everything. So about myself. So basically, I have been going through infertility for 3 years now. We kind of wanted to expand our family right after marriage, and it was the last thing I expected to happen. You figure, okay, marriage, then comes baby, okay, then everything was out. And then when it was taking a little bit long, it was concerning, so we went to the doctor and he referred me to a fertility clinic. So never heard of them before. Then it started our whole journey through that whole going to see doctors, finding out everything, and it was so stressful, just that whole process, and it was so heartbreaking and depressing at first, and I was so hard on myself in terms of what's wrong with me. Why can't I be a mom? This is supposed to be easy. And through that journey over the couple years, I was always, like most of the women I've met, online, always in the forums, always, I created a, I don't know what you call it, a mirror Instagram account. So I could just research, learn everything, talk to different women, see what they're doing, tips and stuff. And I truly believe that last year, around September, the idea, I think it came from God. Because I don't know where that idea came from in terms of, you know what, is there some place that women could go where they could talk to experts and ask all the questions that they would love to ask, but they feel like, okay, a doctor's appointment's not enough time to sit and just get all the information you can, and then also congregate and meet with other women who are going through the same thing. And then my husband threw in, what about the guys? Because it's something for them too. They're going through a lot too. And just have something where people could just, it's something when it hurts that you know other people are going through something that's so painful. But at the same time, it's just something about being around a group of people who understand what you're going through that just also encourages you at the same time and gives you the strength to go on. So I looked up conferences because I thought, okay, with work life, it's usually a convention or a conference. So I found there was nothing in this area, which was shocking because it's New York and Pennsylvania, New Jersey. I'm like, that can't be right. The conference I saw was in Missouri at the time. I was like, I'm not gonna fly to Missouri to go to a conference. So from there, I was like, there's nothing here. And I was like, you know, why not? I tried to put something together. I didn't know how much work it was at the time, but I was like, if there's nothing here, there's all these women and men here who are going through it. Let's just put something together. How hard could it be? And October 2016, I had a group of people who volunteered to be on a committee. I live in a great town where everyone, because I'm so involved, they want to help with whatever projects. Some of them understood the struggle of what I was going through. A few of them actually had gone through fertility treatment and were going through fertility treatment as well. So we put this committee together, and then a year later, we had Conceive Conference with just that goal of having experts come out, having every details, like to make the couples feel special. Because, I mean, you're always frowning in this process. I'm a person, I love smiles. So anything I could do to make people smile is just, it means the world to me. So incorporating little details to make them know that, you know, you're not by yourself. There's a whole support system that's rooting for you. So, and that's how Conceive Conference was born.
Okay, what would you say is one of the greatest lessons that you learned through this experience?
Ooh. Keeping my eyes on the prize, meaning the end result. It's from a group of people who have never done a conference before. You think it's easy. Usually the downfall with me, I think something's easy until I start doing it. And it's a lot of work and coordinating so many people, so many companies that you have to like have them mesh. And with clinics, I didn't realize that they're competitive, obviously, but I didn't realize how much so. So you're trying to force them to come together and share a space, and trying to get the word out for people to understand. So I think the main purpose is, the thing I learned was keeping the end goal in mind and realizing that things take time. Getting people to understand that so many are going through this experience, and it's not something that's negative in terms of you should be ashamed of it, because I went through a phase where I was ashamed of it. So coming out there, not being afraid, because there's so many people like you. So I would always, throughout the process, no matter how hard it got, I would kind of try to remember, why am I doing this? Who am I doing this for? Because it's hard to do it when you have a full-time job and you're going through fertility treatments yourself. So it was like, okay, I'm doing it for these women. I'm doing it for their husbands. I'm doing it. And then it's like, sometimes I would forget. But then that day of, when you see it all come together and we're all sitting there and we're like, a year ago we were having a white dry erase board writing ideas, and here we are in this hotel doing this conference and seeing people come in and stuff like that. It makes it worthwhile. The whole thing it taught me was always, always, above everything else, remember who you're doing these things for, and that'll give you the strength through the process.
Very good. And lastly, if you could give one word of encouragement to couples walking through this, what would you say?
I've learned towards this, where I'm at now, in comparison to the beginning of our journey, is the importance of not being too hard on yourself. I truly believe that affects your treatment, not only for the women, but the men too, because they're a part of it. Literally trusting your mind, your soul, your spirit, because sometimes mainly in the beginning, most of the time, you can ask my husband, I was constantly crying, constantly in depression over it, and I was frustrated at my body. And I was like, why aren't you doing what I need you to do? And then something clicked, and I was like, you know what? Every part of me wants this too. So stop putting pressure about the best diet. I mean, I'm not like a salad eating chick, I'm a little thick. So it's like, stop trying to over-exercise yourself and trying to be the perfect body and trying to have the perfect mind state. Just relax and let it go and let God handle everything. And just trust in the plan, the purpose. And it'll be positive, the outcome, as long as you just let go and don't put so much pressure on yourself.
I think that's awesome. Thank you so much for coming out. I didn't say that today is Christmas Eve, so she took time out of a hectic holiday season to come and spend some time with us. So I do hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, as always, feel free to send me a message. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.